Hello, dear one. I really do believe that we have come to a place in our unfolding in the world where we really need to let go. And there's a quote that I have also reminded myself of over the years many times, and it goes, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. You may recognize it or you may not, but I'm sure you get the gist of it. So I want to just translate it more into unbiblical language for those who are not so connected with that book. So I would say, not by struggle, not by strive, not by efforting, pushing, but by grace or by softening or by relaxing, maybe letting go. From this struggling, striving, might, power, to spirit, to grace, to letting go. This is where we are at. If you're not feeling it, that's okay, because we can only be with what we are experiencing. So I'm putting a little pebble in the pond, hoping that it's going to ripple out so that you can start maybe drinking in those ripples and just see if there's anywhere in you where there is some kind of a resonance. You might think of it this way. Have you been pushing the river? Have you been trying so hard? Have you been really trying to change the world in your own way? Have you been pushing against what is happening? It's happening anyway, right? Have you been arguing with yourself and with others about what's going on and how it's wrong and it shouldn't be that way, right? We have all done that in our own sweet way. The question is it really working? Is that helping? Do you feel that the world is getting better? Is becoming more of what you want it to be by doing all that struggling and striving and pushing and might and efforting and power over? This is the old paradigm acting out, probably getting, its last gasps out because it knows it is coming to the end. There is no doubt about that. I don't know what it's going to look like, but there is no doubt in my mind and in my heart that this whole illusory 3D mind matrix is ending. And it's amazing. It is so amazing that we are here to witness that. I just said the word, sorry, I just said the word witness. We didn't come here to fight it or to get lost in it. Again, we have been lost in it. I've been lost in it most of my life. But many years ago, when I had my awakening, then I started being found in here. I was less and less lost in it. And the more I stopped, excuse me again, the more I stopped engaging in it and believing it and taking sides and having opinions about it, I was feeding this dimension, this matrix, like Gourmet meals. That is what it needs. And that is why the more chaos and drama we see out there, this is where most people are putting their energy and following it in the news and who did it. And I mean, there's very tragic things that happened recently that you probably know about. And then everybody's upset about it and taking sides and having opinions. And the matrix is going gobbling it up, gobbling up your energy. So you're basically strengthening. My invitation is let us starve this monster looking matrix where there are so many horrific things happening, and there is plenty to engage in if that's what you want. You know, if you still feel this energy of anger or I have to do something and not doing something is complying and on it goes, that's not my experience at all in my own experience. Um, so I would invite you to just be present with that energy that thinks you need to do something in the way that you have been doing it by, fighting it and getting upset and talking about it. You are literally feeding that matrix, and then you want to just see, is that really what you want? So to come back to that quote, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, or not by effort, not by striving, not by struggling, but by grace, or by letting go, or by peace and resting. So opposite, isn't it? What we've been used to doing and what we have been programmed to do, because that programming kept the program alive. The program wouldn't work if we were not giving our energy to it. And that's why we've been doing it, because we didn't know any better. So I feel very, very comfortable just saying, like, please do your best to stop feeding it. Stop touching it. I did a video on that a long time ago. Don't touch it. It's very hard when you're attached to it. It's very hard because what you're left with then, normally you have this energy like you have a place to put it. So if I ask you to don't touch it, then you're stuck with that energy, with that tsunami of unhealed, unintegrated emotions, undigested emotions. Now you can start be present with it and start healing it and integrating it and listening to it and realize that everything out there is just a mirror of this thing inside that we all have to deal with. That's just a mirror of what has not been included and resolved and healed and integrated yet. Now you're here with it. Boom. And then you realized, oh my God, this is mine. This is my experience. This is where, my friends, I would invite you to seek out some support. If it's really big for you, it's going to be challenging to really hold this undigested meal that now needs to be digested in calm, a peaceful environment. You know how if we eat a meal running and upset, we don't digest it well. So that's why all this anger and blame and upset, we have not been able to digest this thing that we have carried with us for maybe who knows how long, at least this lifetime. So the invitation is at least to give it a try. I'm not saying everybody's going to succeed right away, because this is like a big undigested meal that needs a lot of enzymes or, love, whatever it is, to start softening so it can be digested and integrated. So we let go of the might and power and struggle and strive and efforting. We stop touching it. Now we're here. Thy grace is my sufficiency. I did a video on that a few days ago. All fits together, at least in my world. So, okay, so then I need to admit to myself that I can't really do anything on my own. What I have been doing so far hasn't changed anything, including not me. So now I'm going to just say, okay, that if thy grace is indeed my sufficiency, if letting go, if softening, if that is sufficient, if that is enough, then please show me, because I have no clue how that works, but I really want to know. You see, now you are letting go of the efforting and thinking you need to do it all, not trusting that your divine presence, your infinite love, omnipresent, omniscient, um, omnipotent, right? The three O's. Omnipotent specifically, all power. Not little Pernilla out here, writing on social media and blaming and talking to people, whatever. No, it's the all power. Now I'm going to surrender, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, by my I am presence. Can you find a place to start resting there? And really, really just do your best. Just do your best. If you can just do it for a little mini second, that's great. Then you've already let a little more peace into the world for that moment. And you stop feeding the monster out there for one moment. So this is where I see we are at right now. And I don't think there is another way out. When we go here, there might very well be some inspiration that comes up that we can do that might bring a much better frequency and energy and peace to the world by whatever you are inspired from within to do. Definitely follow that. But that's a very different doing that is coming from deep within you that brings a higher frequency. And if there's anything we need here is to kind of lift that density that we live in and help people lift out of it, not by doing anything except by being it, by being still, by being present, by resting in our heart. And yes, we may do things from there, but it's not something we plan up here. Well, I'm going to do this because then that's going to help the world or that's going to save whatever. No, we just rest and then we allow our divine presence to either inform us or inspire us or move us by my spirit, right? Not by Pernilla's effort, but by my spirit. So then you will just be moved to do things or not. You will know more so when you really learn to listen to your inner guidance, your inspiration, your intuition, your felt sense in the body. That's what I have been talking about for so long, and I hope you can go back to find some of my YouTube videos that talk about that specifically. And I think I have a little mini series about surrender, maybe a year ago or so. But I remember those were rather popular in my little channel where I think there is a need for people to maybe have it confirmed. I think that's a big one, actually, now that I'm saying it. To have confirmed that it's okay to not go out there and fight what's going on or join the fight or think that you are, you're complying, you're allowing what's happening out there because you're not out there fighting against it. You see, it's so backwards, but you have to be here in order to see that and to feel that and to realize it. That's why it's important to just stop touching it more and more, let it go, and come back here. And then you will just start seeing the world in a very, very different way. And you will move from a very, very different energy in you. It's not going to come from your 3D mind that is based on duality and division. It's going to come from a place of presence. So every time you let go here and go to presence and just do your best, just doing your best is already huge, huge. It's a complete opposite of doing what we have been doing, right? It's like, whoop, right there, huge shift in energy. And I invite you to give it a try. This is where we are at right now. I cannot emphasize that strongly enough that this is, ooh, I can feel it when I say it, like I feel this deep letting go, like this is where we are at. It's time to let go and let God. I think you know that saying. Please reach out if you need support in that. This is not something we're supposed to do on our own. We are here to do it all together. And we all bring our unique and special gifts and expressions and presences and whatever it is. And this is one of mine, to really help people make that shift from the 3D matrix into the divine, into your heart, into your I am presence, so you can start learning to trust it more and more. My friends, how does it get better than that? Okay, please comment, like, share, um, subscribe, all these things to keep my channel fed. It needs food too, by your attention. And then I will talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day.